Welcome to a video I will simply call hashtag Make Solo 2 Happen. Alright, there's a movement on the internet. I don't even know why it has to be a movement. But Lucasfilm, George, Kathleen, Ron Howard, I'm begging you. We got to have a follow-up to Solo, a Star Wars story. We're so excited when it first came out. It was an amazing movie. Now, I know you guys were a little bit disappointed with the box office receipts. And I get it. And I want to do something people don't like to hear, but I'm going to blame it on The Last Jedi. Now, don't get me wrong. Last Jedi was the most beautifully shot Star Wars movie, probably outside of Rogue One. And those both Disney Star Wars movies, and both of them are made top notch. Look around my room, and you'll see I don't segregate the Star Wars movies. To me, they're all Star Wars, whether they're Lucas, whether they're Disney. Doesn't matter to me. They're all Star Wars, and I love them. Even The Last Jedi, which had its problems. Now, if you check my Disney Plus account, you'll probably see, if I were to guess, that The Last Jedi is probably the most watched movie on Disney Plus for me. Because I try to like it more than I do, and it's a beautiful film to look at. It's certainly, there are worse ways to spend 2 hours and 15 minutes of your day than looking at The Last Jedi. It had some choices confused and confound me, which were wrapped up as nicely as possible in the Rise of Skywalker, which was a phenomenal film. But let's get back to The Last Jedi and why I believe that was the reason Solo tickets didn't sell like they should have. Now, when you go back to the 80s and the 90s, when films were released on an annual basis, like Friday the 13th, every year a new Friday the 13th would come out. And Saw, every year a new Saw would come out. What's the meaning of it? Well, a lot of times, the movie of this year, those sales indicated the reviews for the movie last year. Now, a lot of Star Wars fans are disappointed with The Last Jedi, and that showed a year later, and actually 6 months in this specific case, when Solo came out. So Solo came out, and people reviewed The Last Jedi by not going to see Solo. I saw it 3 times in the theater. Solo was absolutely the movie it should have been. It was Indiana Jones in space, which is what it should have been, because those two characters, Han Solo and Indiana Jones, are very much alike. A little bit of losers with the ladies, and not quite as good as they think they are, not quite as lucky as they think they are. They love telling stories. It's basically the same character. When you ended Solo, a Star Wars story, with Darth Maul, head of Crimson Dawn, wow! I mean, I was blown away. It was amazing. I love the tie-in to the Clone Wars. I love the tie-in to everything. It was a perfectly executed movie. Ron Howard, bravo. Love that movie. But we got to get to follow-up. You can't leave us hanging. We got to see what happens next. So if you make that movie, we will attend. And look, like I said, I have no bias when it comes to Star Wars. I've got all my Last Jedi stuff right over there. And yes, I bought everything I saw, just like I always do when you guys drop your new toys. I buy everything I can find. Some of it I'll even pay aftermarket prices for. But that's another story. But yeah, so make Solo 2 happen. We'll be there. We'll show up. Because the first Solo was great. And a lot of people have seen it in the back end. They watched the digital versions. They've seen it on Disney Plus. They bought the Blu-ray. So they've seen the first one. We've all seen it by now. And we've all seen it 1,000,000 times. We will go see Solo 2. So hashtag make Solo 2 happen.